Hello, this is one of your two hosts here today, Beast. I am also here with the other host, Psycho, and today we're going to do a review on a side story in the Resident Evil franchise, Resident Evil 0. Now yes, this is a full game, but Resident Evil 0 is considered a side story because it's a background story to a main plot of the game, so it's a side story. So the first thing we're going to review is, in general, how did we think the game was? My personal opinion, I think Resident Evil 0 is a pretty damn good game. The ability to switch up the characters, the new weapons, the Resident Evil remake style play and graphics, it made this game good, you know?
Yeah, the only thing I didn't really like about it was the fact that they took the item box away. They made it to where you had to drop your items and leave them behind and go pick them up later.
Yeah, that is a pretty sad downfall.
Other than that, though, I thought it was a really good game.
I have to say, one of my favorite things about this game is kind of small, but this is where you start to realize in this game that animals, there's like big mutations of animals now. The scorpion is the first animal in the game series to be the size, like the first animal to be that big other than Neptune. But Neptune's a fish. So out of animals, the scorpion was like the first really freaking big one. Then you got the snake and Neptune. So he was like one of the first three originals. And I do like the fact that you get to actually see what happened to Bravo Team. That's a really cool aspect of this game. You finally see what happened to Bravo Team. When in Resident Evil 1 and Remake, you don't know what the hell happened to Bravo Team. All you know is that, you find a helicopter with a dead dude in it. That's all you know. Pretty much got screwed. Then later on, you start finding more of them in Alpha Team dead, but you never knew, other than reading notes, what happened. This game shows you what happened. And the storyline itself, to me, is touching as well. I mean, Rebecca's a cop. Billy is considered a criminal for being accused of something he was forced to do by the government to begin with. And yet, at the end, they pretty much fall in love, and she is going to go back and say that he's dead so he doesn't get in trouble. Okay? It's very touching. It's one of the most touching stories in the Resident Evil franchise. I think that's agreeable.
Not to mention, it does have its fair share of fairly sad moments, too.
Yeah. Resident Evil 0 is probably one of my favorite Resident Evil games. Now let's get on to the main characters. I'll let Psycho start this one. What is your main thought, starting with Rebecca, on how she is, and who she is?
Well, opposed to the original Resident Evil 1, where you start off meeting Rebecca, she faces you in the fucking face with your crit. I like her a lot better in 0.
I think what I like the most about Rebecca is that she is weak, but physically, but mentally, she is strong. She was only like, 18, 17 when this happened? And look how much she's accomplished. She's in an elite squad that's more elite than a SWAT team. She's a full-on medic. And she survives this with just the help of him. And in that game, they're not always together, so. These kind of things that make your average 17-year-old girl scream her fucking head off. Assuming that they would notice.
Yeah, with it really well.
Oh, yeah. And I can't deny she's pretty damn good with a gun. When she actually does use one. She is very good with a gun. Okay, now, Billy. Billy, I really like as a character because the military background makes sense of why he's surviving. He's calm, he's tough, he's very smart, and that's everything you need in a situation like this. That's what I like about the character. He's not dumb, and he's got the training to make sure he can survive it.
I like the fact that he's so, like, he's kind of a serious character, too, for a little while.
I have to imagine, he does have a nice dress code. Ain't nothing says badass more than a pair of cowboy boots, jeans, and a tank top. Oh, a pair of handcuffs falling off your hand.
Yeah.
Aside from that, another category, weapons. I particularly weren't too fond of the whole double-barreled shotgun thing in this game. That was one of the weapons I did not like.
I didn't like it too much.
But on the bright side, the Samurai Edge we've seen a million times, but Billy's M1911, that is one of the most recognizable custom weapons in the Resident Evil franchise. Anybody who's played the older games and this knows whose gun that was and what game it was from. And it's very, it's like when if you see an M1911 like that sitting in a gun store and you play this game, you're like, oh shit, it's Barry's gun. I mean, Billy's gun. So yeah, it's definitely one of the top 5 most recognizable custom weapons in the Resident Evil franchise. Big Ben is definitely a fact. I don't know about you, Psycho, but every time I think about that weapon, or I've seen something that looks like it, I'm like, oh crap, look, Billy's gun, that's awesome. I mean, you can't say too, he definitely has a good choice of firearm. This thing is pretty badass looking. It's almost like a cooler version of the Killer 7 from 4. Which I think is where they got the design off. I think they got the design off of that gun for the Killer 7. Okay, well, the last thing. Enemies and boss fights. Now, for the enemies part, basically we're just going to judge on how we think the different kinds of enemies are in this game and which ones fit in and which ones really didn't make no sense to have. But that is it for this first part of the review. The second part will be starting shortly. So thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.